You're gonna wish you kept your nightlight after all of these years. What are you trying to say? I still have my nightlight and I am 40. Roll intro. Lights out. Keep the lights out. The James Wan produced psychological thriller with tons of jump scares that are actually quite effective for the most part. Welcome to day 7 of my Scare Show 3, titled Random Romp. Let us begin. The plot. Martin, played by Gabriel Bateman from Annabelle, is having trouble sleeping. He eventually calls upon his sister, Becca, played by Teresa Palmer from Warm Bodies, to have someone to talk to about the disturbances going on in his home, where his mother, Sophie, played by Maria Bello from The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, is talking to a friend of the ghostly kind. Now, the lights are out, and havoc is going on in this house of the dead. Not like the video game or that shitty UV Bowl movie. What do I say about a movie that breaks its own rules and leaves some unanswered questions? Good for you. No. I will not be spoiling anything here, but I will say that she attacks out in the light when she's dark-bound, and that is really aggravating. Another thing that is aggravating is the jump scares in this movie. While a bunch of them are effective, it still felt out of place at times. There are so many things I want to talk about that are featured in this movie, but I don't want to spoil anything. So let's move on to the positives. When this movie ends, it ends. There's no jump scare or bagoo scare. I actually like who survives in this movie. It was refreshing. Tension and suspense are present and are damn welcome. The scenes that are scary are genuinely haunting. Also, I love the location in this movie. The house appears haunted and creepy. 4 characters make up the majority of this movie. 5 if you count the spirit. And each person does a stellar job. Child actors usually suck, but the one in this movie is a good actor. He just doesn't really act like a kid, but more like a little adult with some serious issues. He's seen some shit. An aspect I really felt worked in this movie for the first half is the child services scenario. Even though it was dropped by the second half, I still felt it added a level of threat to this 80-minute movie. Seriously though. This movie is 81 minutes, which kind of makes sense. It was based off a short film, so I wasn't expecting a 2-hour epic. David S. Sandberg provided solid directing in both the short film and full-length feature. His choices on how the movie played out and how he directed all came together quite nicely. His next feature is going to be Annabelle 2, and I feel he'll do a great job with that too. As for Lights Out, it's a solidly made horror film with some issues. It's not entirely scary, but there are some effective scenes. The jump scares are a bit too much, but they do come across as genuinely scary in some scenes. It did break some of its established rules. On the other side of things, though, the acting was solid, it was fast-paced, I liked the characters, and the spirit herself was very active. Not like something straight out of a Poltergeist-esque movie a la Paranormal Activity. Overall, I give Lights Out a 3.5 out of 5. Do you guys remember that movie that was based off a fake trailer and both were directed by the same person? Oh, what was it? That's right, Clown! I see a trend starting. I also have to tell you a little story before we go. I was watching this movie in the pitch black, had my head in between one of those pieces right there. All of a sudden, jump scare happened. This is my head. It hurt. But it was kind of funny. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below to leave comments and subscribe.